Hi there, my name is Hannah Kraus, and I am on the communications team with the Junior League of Boise. I'm excited to walk you through how to save for retirement as part of our ongoing training series. But before I get started, I do want to preface this by making it very clear that I am not a financial expert. I do work in marketing for one of the leading retirement savings solutions, so I have been lucky enough to gain a lot of information and knowledge on this particular topic through my work. But anything you learn today should definitely be discussed with a financial advisor for official guidance. So to go ahead and kick it off, I think it's important that we start to change the way we think about retirement savings. I know for me personally, the word savings can give off kind of a negative connotation. And when I think about saving money or putting money away, it can feel more like a loss in the current moment than a gain. So with that being said, throughout the rest of this session, let's try to think about this as wealth growth and financial security for our futures, as opposed to a loss in the moment and retirement savings. So when it comes to choosing a retirement savings option, or as I mentioned before, a wealth growth option, there's two main types of plans that are available: 401k and IRA, which is also known as individual retirement account. And the main difference between these plans is that a 401k is a retirement account funded with pre-tax dollars and has higher contribution limits, but fewer investment options. With an IRA, contribution limits are lower, but you do have more options for your investments as well as when you'll be taxed. And in addition to that, a 401k plan is sponsored by an employer, whereas an IRA can be opened without employer involvement. So if you happen to be unemployed or self-employed or work for an employer that does not offer a 401k, you can open your own IRA. But all in all, saving for retirement is a very personal matter. So it's important to know that you have options to best suit your situation. So once you kind of make the decision on which option is best for you, it's important to know that the best time to get started with the savings is now. So I know that some people might think that you don't earn enough money to save or that retirement is too far away. But no matter what your age is, now is the time to start saving in one of those quality plans that I mentioned on the previous slide. And even waiting just a few months could mean less money in the long term. And a big reason for that is because of compounding. So compounding allows you to make money not just on the money that you're contributing, but also on the money that it earns. So the rate of return. So for example, if you were to invest $100 and it earns a 5% return in 1 year, you would now have a principal of $105. The following year, if you also earn a 5% return, you would earn it on that $105 and not just the initial $100. So you would now have $110.25. So as your principal grows, your gains will grow too, compounding your returns. And the more time you have until retirement, the longer compounding can work to earn money, growing your savings faster than you may have even realized. So unfortunately, while it is exciting to think about the possibilities of compounding and just wealth growth in general, it's important to note that there's a major gender gap in retirement savings right now. 75 million people don't have access to workplace retirement savings plans. And unfortunately, the majority of those people are women. There are a few reasons for this. One could be that women are more likely than men to take time off of work to raise children or deal with other family matters, which could result in extended periods of time without earning or no coverage and therefore no contributions to a retirement plan. The other factor is that women do earn less to every dollar that a man earns. So any contributions that are going in, that can be a factor to the amount that is being saved. But there are ways to get around this, and there are ways to change this unfortunate statistic. And the company I happen to work for, Icon Savings Plan, is working to close that gender gap and provide accessible savings options to everyone. So Icon works as a traditional IRA, meaning that your employer does not have to offer it in order for you to enroll. And you can also use it alongside an existing 401k for additional savings if that's something that you are interested in. So whether your employer offers it or not, or whether you happen to be self-employed or unemployed, or anything that puts you in a situation where you are not given an option by an employer, you can open your own Icon savings account. And some of the main benefits of Icon are, first of all, low fees. So this means that you can actually keep more of the money that you are putting into the plan. There are a ton of fees associated with savings that I did not get into. I would be happy to share resources on that if you have any questions. But it is a huge benefit that there are lower fees within Icon. Another great benefit is smart portfolios. So as I was mentioning earlier, retirement is a very personal matter. And with this particular plan, your investments are tailored to your needs. So you have full control and personalization abilities over your plan to make sure that it is accommodating your needs and your long-term goals. And the one that I think is super awesome is the fact that Icon is portable. So that means that you can take it with you from job to job and you do not have to deal with any rollovers. So anyone who may have dealt with leaving a company and having to roll your retirement into another plan understands the time and complexities and headaches that go along with that. And with Icon, you don't have to worry about that. You can take it with you no matter which job you're going to, or if you're unemployed or self-employed, you don't have to worry about that as well. So all in all, the main takeaways that I want you to think about when you start to think about planning for your ultimate wealth growth and retirement is, first of all, think of it as wealth growth. Like I mentioned, savings can kind of have a negative feeling to it. So let's change the way we think about that. We're not losing money now, we're growing money for later. Second, understand your plan options. There are a lot of pros and cons to both 401ks and IRAs, and it's important for you to take the time to really educate yourself on what those are and what one best serves you and your needs and your long-term goals. Number three, start saving now. So if you don't already have a plan in place, now is the time to do so that you can benefit from those great compounding results. And then last, if you have any questions about the plan that I just mentioned, feel free to visit the website, iconsavingsplan.com, or go ahead and reach out to me and I will be happy to put you in touch with someone who can help you understand your options. So with that, thank you so much. I hope that you learned a thing or two and happy wealth growth.